Good morning, y'all. Good evening. This is your girl, G's Louise, aka Chef Jewel. I just wanted to get on here real quick, right? And I wanted to help people, and because this is something I had to learn too, and I'm still learning a lot. But I like to share with you guys what I learned, right, along the way. You have to understand people's love languages, right? You can't tell somebody like you do everything for them, and that song like Drake, I do it all for you. You take my love for granted. Do 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 do. I just don't understand. Like, people walk around here, right, and they're like, I do everything for you. I've done everything. And it's like, what if all the things that you've been doing are things that don't move this person? Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been in a relationship, and men especially are corporate for this. They think because they bought you stuff or because they take you places that, like, and I'm telling you, my ex, like, the most significant, like, the living situation I had, listen, every time he did something, he would buy something, and it's like, I don't want that. Like, I'm gonna destroy whatever you bought. Honestly, not to be mean, like, it's not even like I'm trying to be nasty. It's more so like, man, I need emotional availability. Most women are not satisfied with material things. Now, there are women out there. Don't get me. Let's not confuse this. There are women out there that love to get material things for like for their love language. Like, there's a lot of women out here that if you buy them stuff, that makes them happy. So, and I understand why men got it so twisted. Like, they think, if they do that, and most men, even with their families, they take care of their families. Everything has to be, why does this look like this? Like, what the freak? It has to be, yeah, they think it's money. Like, my dad literally died chasing a dollar because he thought that's what it took to be around, and his word for money was ducats. And he was like, if I don't got no ducats, I ain't coming around. Like, that doesn't make sense, because what if you don't have ducats a lot of the time? So that means I'm not going to see you. That's what happened. I'm not going to see you because you don't have no money. And then half of them stay away because they don't want you to know that they ain't got no money. Then they act like they're busy because they want to act like they got some business about themselves. And then when you're seeing the outcomes and you're looking at the reality of it, it's like, oh, well, it's nothing happening. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, when you really take yourself out of the frame and you step back and you actually look at the whole picture, and you're able to see things for what they are. And the quicker that you can rip that Band-Aid, the easier it is. Like, when you know that you have a man that's not emotionally available to you ladies, that's not the person for you. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, because you can really love this person, but that don't mean you need to be with them. Like, you could love them. And I believe in love. I believe in meeting people where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a loved one of mine and you have been able to capture my heart, I'm going to meet you where you're at. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. But that doesn't mean I have to give certain type of energy into you either. Those are called boundaries. And when you understand that, it's like, man, I really want you guys to get out of your head that that's like, you buying something is going to be the answer to whatever issues you and another person are having. Like, that's not it. And I want you to understand this fully. because this is something that we really like drop the ball on a regular basis. Like if this person that you say that you love, that you want to be in your life, right? If you know this is what they like, then do that. If you are not able, if the expectations are too high, then you need to get out the way, because you're in the way for whatever, somebody else can, offer. Because like if I'm not a domesticated woman, I need to find a man that doesn't mind that he doesn't look for any domestications when it comes to a woman. He's not looking for you. He wants you to just be on his hip. You know what I'm saying? He don't need you to clean. Because there are men out there that like, yeah, just cater to me. Give me, my massages and fellatio, whatever it is. Give me all of that stuff that I like. You don't got to worry about cleaning the house, cooking, none of that. I'll take care of all that. You just take care of me. So there are men like that. But if you're a domesticated woman and that's what you like to offer, this is what you do, then that's effortlessly showing. Like, I just feel like we need to make better choices, and we need to, even though we love people and we might even develop codependency on one another, it really is important, in my opinion, right, to push through what your feelings are for the end result to really be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning if I know this man, his love language is me serving him and being catered to, me being a domesticated woman, and I know all of the things that he likes, and that lines up with what I bring effortlessly, that's who I am, then it's a match. Because it's like, oh, okay, well, I do that. Perfect. Like, again, none of us is perfect, but we want to make sure that we fit into each other's lives. I mean, at least, like, come on, it needs to be some type of a fit. But just to be, if you know this man don't know how to be emotionally available, ladies, he's not it. Like, because I know for me, of course you have to have money. I mean, that's basics. We all need to have that, right? We all need to have our things together. I do believe that we shouldn't bring our bags into somebody else's lives. I think we should deal with them head on and, try to come together and enhance one another's lives. But at the end of it, like, I just don't want to come in and I see, like, okay, he has issues with his emotions. He's not emotionally available. I've already been down this road. I already know. So I can't deal with somebody who's not emotionally available. Or you whatever it is for you. You just look at it, you like, all right, that's it. No, can't do it. Because you already know it's going to be a battle. If you're willing to do the battle, then cool. But it's not going to be, it's going to wear you down. It's going to drain you, because you're trying to it's almost like literally you're trying to put your foot in a shoe that does not fit. And you just constantly, that hurts. It hurts. Have you ever tried to walk in shoes that don't fit you? Like, walk around New York in a size down from what you wear. Hell, even walk around New York with your actual size. You might need a bigger size. Walk around and see, don't you be trading them damn shoes in. Because it's too much. It's too much. I'd rather have room, you know what I'm saying, for growth. Like, I don't want it to be where I'm just stuck in this little box of, because it's annoying. Even if me, I know that I'm not, I know who I am is not, these things don't make you tick. These things, like, I literally have been in a relationship where I knew that who I am triggered them. Like, who I am. Like, I mean, just from a day to day, how I conduct myself, how I move, like how I drive, how I do anything, right? This person was living a lie in his mind. He's like, you know, he would rather have me on his arm and show out and show off and act like that is something that is not. Like, no lie, this man used to be on the phone and tell people, yeah, me and G's, we having so much fun. Like, and I used to be sitting there like, what fun are we having? I'm not even having fun. I don't even enjoy this man company. And that's a lie that we both was telling to each other, so, you know, a lie we were both telling, okay, straight up. And I can't, like, I'm never going to be able to do that again. Like, I cannot tell any lies anymore. Like, if I don't feel it, if it don't feel right, it ain't right. That's just what it is. And I learned these things the hard way, and I try to share it with you guys because I want to see if you guys, if it can strike some understanding in, like, you analyzing your own life. Like, all right, well, do I like this? Do I enjoy doing this? Like, is this okay for me to do every day? Can I really handle pretending to be something I'm not every day, all day? Just so I can have this nigga. I mean, I want to be comfortable. I want my presence to be enough. I want to effortlessly be able to make my man super smile. Like, super. I want him to be so lit off of just me being me. That's effortless. I ain't got to work hard for that. And I remember somebody that was trying to deal with me, he was telling me, man, like, I'm willing to do whatever for my people or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not willing to do that. Like, I'm willing to do that if you're my people. But you're only going to be my people if the only way you're going to get in that position is doing what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Is doing what I know matches my life, what fits. If this shit don't fit, you're not gonna have that position. It's just it will be a waste of time on both ends. So I'm not with, like, how things look. I'm not with it. I want to have fun in real life. I could care less what it look like. I could care less. I could care less what everybody think, because ain't nobody gonna be laying next to me at night. Ain't nobody else and their thoughts and their opinions gonna be laying next to me. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, half these relationships that's out here faking, they're waking up unhappy next to somebody and they're not feeling fulfilled. They don't feel good. Their love tank is on E on both ends. But it looks amazing and everybody thinks it's pretty. I was telling my sister, like, I used to get stopped, him and I, like, how beautiful of a couple we were. We used to get compliments in the street. Do you know that was the only highlight? Because I didn't enjoy him. I really wasn't. That was the only highlight of what other people thought. Because the inside of it was total trash. Total trash. It was nothing. And then I was faking it, like faking the funk. And to this day, I promised myself I'm never going to do that again. Like, I don't really care. I don't care how anybody feels about it. Like, and I told the dude, the guy, because I've learned my lessons, and the guy that was trying to deal with me, I already know what type of guy he is. I already see that. And I'm like, I know that's not a fit for me. It's not that you're not a good person or you're not dope. I just know that's not a good fit for me because I've already been down that road. And I feel like that's how we need to be. And fellas, if the woman that you're dealing with is not moved by gifts, you're with the wrong chick. You can't buy somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. I don't care how much money you spend, and you're gonna feel bad about the money that you spend because if with a chick like me, because I'm not gonna, first of all, I might not even accept it, but if I do accept it, I'm definitely not moved by that. I appreciate, but that's not what keeps me. You have to be emotionally available, and most women are like me. Most women are looking for, they're looking for security, protection, love, and genuinity, vulnerability. Like, we need you to be able to show up and give 100% and be vulnerable with your emotions. You have to be able to lay that shit on the table. If you're not able to do that, you need to go deal with somebody who is moved by material and is not, and that doesn't mind you not being emotionally available, who's okay with you staying the way you are. So that way you're in a relationship or you're in a connection where it's effortless. It's a win-win for you. But that's where the fitting is wrong. Like, you know, you got to get fitted. Like for clothes, you know how you men get these suits. You know, you want your suit to fit and look like something. You don't want to be sitting over here, you know, wearing a suit. You look like the suit swallowing you. Like, go get that shit fitted. The women, your dress, it needs to fit all your curves. Like, with men, I feel like their mental, like the way they operate, they operate on a logical, like when it comes to love, they're logical and simple. So they're looking at it like, well, damn, I bought this, I pay for this, you should be happy. The biggest misunderstanding is we do need the connection. And there are men out there that do value connection, but there are so many superficial men out there that do not. And that I've even heard men say on many platforms, like, man, I don't care how nice your personality is. If you don't look like nothing, I can't mess with you. I need the attraction. So a lot of men operate from that standpoint. So that's why they don't mind the disconnect and just giving you and buying you stuff. Because they like, here, just take this so you can be quiet and be happy. Then you got 90% of women sitting over there really just kind of settling. And they're like, well, girl. So it's to the point where they have gotten in their mind like, well, as long as he pay my bills. Well, as long as he do this. Well, I don't care what he do. He buy me shoes. He buy me clothes. As long as he doing that. And it's like, all right. If you feel like that's enough for you, then fine. You know what I'm saying? But there are women that are not. That's not it. That's not enough. That's just you buying stuff and doing material doing material gifts and being a provider. I just feel like that just goes with it. You know, it's like something that goes without saying. I don't think that should be the foundation in the whole just of why I'm dealing with you. It has to be that. It has to be the chemistry, the connection. And a lot of people say chemistry doesn't sustain a relationship, right? But again, we all have our angles on this because, again, the money situation goes without saying. I don't even know why that has to be a thing to talk about. What I think that matters is you being able to work together and build with this person. You can make plenty of money. Money is a tool. You can make money. You can lose money. It's like that can go and come. The connection, the building of who you guys' bond for you guys to do life together. That's like a whole nother thing. Like, and I just don't want men to get this thing twisted like they've been doing. Like they get it so twisted up. And they just think everything is about money, and then they miss out on the connection, the relationships, the memories, all kind of stuff. And then when they're old, they with somebody else, and then they look back like, damn, I should have. And it's like, man, quit having these regrets and just boss up now, level up now, be emotionally available now. Stop bullshitting around and wondering why things are not working the way you need it to work. Get your life under control. Clean up your backyard. Clean that thing up. That's what I tell men. when they coming over my way. Like, clean your backyard up. I don't want to sit back there with all that shit you got going on. Your baby mamas, your baby dad, their people, this, then your kids. Like, that's a lot of stuff you got going on. Clean that up before you come and pursue a woman, a real woman. It's too much. You should have all these things in order. As a man, you're the protector, you're the provider, you're the one that, arranges these things. So arrange it. Get it together. It has to be like that. Just like me. You don't want me coming into your space with a bunch of baby daddy stuff. And I mean, that all has to be under control. Like, my baby daddies, I wouldn't say I'm controlling them. They're just, everything is under control. There's no bad blood there. There's now, had you met me years ago, yeah, it would have been a mess. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to look for people and bring them into my BS. Make sure your backyard is cleaned up. Make sure your emotions are together. Make sure that you can understand where you stand at and how you can go forward and build with somebody and know what that really looks like and what it means. And just come, the biggest thing about it is to come forth and be authentic with it. Like, I'm not perfect. Like, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm looking for. Like, if you know what you're trying to do, you just execute it accordingly. It's not like it's not a big rocket science thing. Like, just let's get it together. And I feel like a lot of us make it harder than it is. And that's because there's so many players out here that are not authentic. And I know what authentic is. I know what it is. And the issue is there's two sides to everybody. Everybody has an authentic side. Whether or not they show you that or not is one thing. But everybody has it. And I'm not really into the ones that like to show it and use that for the connection and to get the connect and then flip-flop back to that BS they be on. Like, you can't, that's another thing. Like, don't, oh girl, he started out being so sweet and da-da-da. That's because you connected with him to her on her authentic, in her authentic space of being. And then he drifted off and started and got too comfortable. And I love that when Future says that, he like, don't get too comfortable. Like, don't, because that's when things start to get unraveled. Like, come and be who you are from the door, so you don't have to be all slipping like these niggas do. They slip back into some other shit. Women too. You're just trying to get the connect. You're trying to get what you want. And then slowly but surely, and sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes they coming at you with their game face and then they slip into their authentic way. And then depending upon what that is, that could be good or bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's funny with people because people don't come like, when you meet somebody, you really don't know what you're getting until after time reveals it. So based upon what their life looks like, then you'll be able to tell who you're dealing with. If they're good with money, if they're not good with money. That's why we have to be what we say. So like me, I know what things matter to me in a relationship. So I try to give what I know that I want out of relationships. I am trying to be what I say that I want from the other person every day, whether he's here or not. I don't even know him. I ain't met him yet, but I know that if I actually am taking the steps to be the characteristics of what I expect from my partner, then eventually he'll come through. And I think you guys can look at it that way. And if you're already in a connection and you find that you feel like things are not, your love language is not being met, your love tank is not being filled, your needs are not getting met. Like if you're feeling this way, then you have to have that conversation. And if that person is open enough to receive it, then you guys can build off of that. If they're not, then you already know it's a waste, because you're just going to be trying to fit your foot into a shoe that does not fit you, which is altogether very painful. So I didn't mean to talk your head off, but till next time, I wish you guys peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all.